Star Sports back with another video. We got another NFL preview 2021. This time we're talking about the Denver Broncos. Let's take a deep dive look. All right. Guaranteeing Von Miller's contract for 2021 boosts Denver's odds, snapping a 5-year playoff drought, adding Ronald Darby and Kyle Fuller to the secondary, inspires comparisons to the no-fly zone of 2015. Teddy Bridgewater is the best quarterback right now, but his ceiling is limited. Some key acquisitions they got. They got Teddy Bridgewater from the Panthers. Now I like that. To me, Teddy Bridgewater is better than Drew Locke. Drew Locke does have a better upside than Teddy Bridgewater, but I'm thinking about Tyrod Taylor. I'm sorry, but even then, Teddy Bridgewater to me is a better quarterback than Drew Locke. To me, Teddy Bridgewater is slightly above average, but you kind of know his ceiling. At least with Drew Locke, you feel like there's some star potential there. A lot of people have comparisons for him to Jay Cutler. And Jay Cutler, you hear Jay Cutler is, oh, that's bad. I don't want a Jay Cutler on my team. But Jay Cutler was talented. I think it was more Jay Cutler's motor. So Drew Locke does have talent to me, but I just feel like you can always upgrade. Like if they're in the lottery again, or just you have any opportunity to get a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, you go get Deshaun Watson. You go draft another quarterback. Drew Locke is solid. Teddy Bridgewater is solid. He had a 9-8 touchdown interception ratio over his final 10 starts. They also had a Javonte Williams, a running back they drafted out of North Carolina with a 35 pick in the second round. The second rounder brings a punishing and rushing style to the backfield, obviously a power back. We already said Kyle Fuller. He earned 2018 All-Pro honors in the defense of Chicago. Patrick Surtain, this is exciting. I thought my team, the Dallas Cowboys, should have got him. Patrick Surtain, 9th pick at Alabama. Just strengthening up that secondary. Also, what they lost is Philip Lindsay. I liked Philip Lindsay. He went to the Texans. The Colorado native moves on after his restricted free agent tender was rescinded. That's a good pickup for the Texans. A.J. Boignet, cornerback, he went to the Panthers. A shoulder injury suspension marred his only campaign with the team. So basically injury and suspension issues. But again, at secondary, they're really nice. They lost a D tackle to free agency, Jarrell Casey. By cutting the ex-Pro Bowler, they saved about $12 million against the cap. Not bad, especially for a team that's rebuilding. And need to go get Deshaun Watson. Broncos, when you see this video, go get Deshaun Watson, please. Let's look under the hood. The head coach, Vic Vandigo, year 3. Offensive coordinator, Pat Shermer, year 2. Then West Coast offense. Ed Dontel, year 3 defensive coordinator, using a 3-4 scheme. The projected wins this upcoming season is about 7.5, about 7 to 8 games, maybe 9 games. So they're going to just miss out on the playoffs. That's not too bad. Well, if you're a Broncos fan, that's bad. But that just let me know they're just a few pieces away, most likely a quarterback. They're pretty much a quarterback away, seems like. And their projected depth chart is, of course, Teddy Bridgewater. Drew Locke will be fighting for the starting quarterback position. Rounded off by Brent Ripon as a third stringer. We move on to the running backs. We have Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, Mike Boone, and Royce Freeman. Fullback is Andrew Beck. At the wide receiver number 1 position, we got Cortland Sutton. He's a future superstar in my eyes. And Tim Patrick. Of course, we got Jerry Judy and Seth Williams. Jerry Judy, another star receiver in my eyes. And KJ Hamler, a speedster. Backing him up is Dante Spencer. Noah Fant, a good tight end. And Albert Okayuji-Buemnan, tight end, who's also pretty solid. So the offense is really solid. Again, they're just a quarterback away. The O-line, ranked number 22, starts off with Garrett Bowles, Dalton Reisner, Lloyd Cushenberry, Graham Glasgow, and Bobby Massey. Again, the offensive line is ranked number 22. That's pretty bad. So they're a quarterback and maybe some offensive linemen away. Like I said, they're a few pieces away from greatness. Like, again, they just missed the playoffs. And this year they're projected to just miss the playoffs again. Because they got them at 7.5 games, which means they're a few games out, you know what I mean? And then, of course, the kicker, Brandon McCanus. Again, top storylines. They're still seeking answer at QB, like I said. Second round pick Drew Locke debuted at the Broncos starter week 13 of his rookie season after beginning the campaign on injury reserve because of a thumb injury. Though the team would finish 7-9, his 4-1 record over the final month had Denver's faithful believing the franchise might have finally found a long-term answer at the quarterback position. However, Locke endured a dreadful sophomore campaign in 2020, going 4-9 as a starter, while throwing multiple touchdowns in just 5 of his appearances. Thus, for an organization that has started 10 different quarterbacks since 2016, since Peyton Manning retired, the search goes on. Stability comes in the form of a second year under offensive coordinator Pat Shermer, but Locke's on-field inconsistencies and reoccurring injury issues motivated new GM George Patton to trade a 2021 sixth-rounder for Teddy Bridgewater. Like again, Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Locke will be fighting for that starting quarterback role. I believe Teddy Bridgewater is going to win out, though. A Louisville product pieced together a 5-0 stretch while stepping in for the injured Drew Brees in New Orleans in 2019. But last year, Bridgewater posted a 4-11 record as week-in, week-out starter for the rebuilding Carolina Panther. The roster around him may be better compared to the one that surrounded him with the Panthers, but Bridgewater never has led a team past the wild card round. The Broncos seemingly are stuck in a signal caller no man's land unless Locke can make a Josh Allen-sized leap. So again, yeah, they're betting on Drew Locke's potential. We know Teddy Bridgewater is probably average, above average. But it seemed like you got two backups, Denver. You have two backup quarterbacks. Just one quarterback has way more potential than the other one. Let's look at the receivers between Cortland Sutton, Jerry Judy, Noah Fant, and Tim Patrick. George Paton inherits a solid nucleus of pass catchers. Patrick, a former undrafted free agent. He's the only member of the group who wasn't a top 40 pick in his class. And at 27 years old, he's the oldest of the four of them when the season kicks off. Melvin Gordon become the Chargers' workhorse after his rookie season, consuming 69% of the team's running back carries in 2016 and 77% in 2017. Over the past 3 seasons, however, in the 2018 spin in LA last year in Denver, Gordon has been deployed within the committee. That said absolutely nothing. They just said the Chargers ran that motherfucker in the ground, and now he's in Denver. Because I remember the Chargers didn't want to pay him. Let's look at the stocks for the Denver Broncos. Noah Fant. After scoring in each of his first 2 games last season, Fant found the end zone only once over his 13 remaining appearances. Still, a second-round place finish on the team's targets, 93, is encouraging as he enters his 3rd campaign. Noah Fant, I think he's solid. I think he's a good tight end, maybe a little star potential. Falling stock, of course, Drew Locke. 15 picks. Locke logged in 2020, tied Carson Wentz for the worst in the NFL. Seemingly now or never for Locke, at least if he's to make a run for being the man in Denver. Teddy Bridgewater, a rival, could spell the beginning of the end. I agree. If he can't beat Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Locke is going to be a career backup if he's even still in the league. The sleeper is Jerry Judy. I think Jerry Judy has a star receiver potentially. Drops were an issue for 2020 first rounder still. Judy's 856 receiving yards ranked 2nd all-time. For Broncos rookie wideout, the return of a top option Cortland Sutton may result in more single coverage. I agree. Cortland Sutton is a superstar to me. So having Cortland Sutton and Jerry Judy along with Noah Fant, that's a solid receiving core. And I guess their pivotal player is Cortland Sutton. Sutton established himself as a Pro Bowl caliber player in 2019, but he appeared in just 1 game last year before suffering a torn ACL, MCL. His return will equip the passing game with a physical downfield presence. Only 5 NFL players recorded more catches of 40-plus yards than the wide receiver's last healthy season. Let's look at the medical team here. Of course, Cortland Sutton coming off an ACL, MCL injury. Wide receiver, the speedster, KJ Hamler, battled a hamstring injury. And, of course, the tight end, Albert, also had tore his ACL. To me, that's the deep dive for the Denver Broncos. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell at the top. Peace. Oh, also, I want to give my thoughts on Denver. I think Denver's going to be in the same boat as last year. I think they're going to be a good team. They're going to be solid. But overall, they're in the AFC West, so that's Chargers, Raiders, and Chiefs, I believe. So the Chiefs, Raiders, that's a pretty tough division. So I see them at the bottom of the division, pretty much. They're probably gonna be in the top 10 of the draft again. They're gonna be a bad team, but their record is not gonna show that as much. Their record gonna say their are solid. It's in a tough division. Like I said, they're a few pieces away, probably a quarterback and some offensive linemen. That's my thoughts on Denver Broncos, and that's my 2021 NFL preview. Peace.